What's up, guys? It's Timothy Shores. In this video, I'll be going over reversing an array and in place in JavaScript. I'm an associate software engineer at Optum. I'm also a software engineering fellow at Formation. The purpose of this channel is to help you level up your JavaScript skills. So if you're interested, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll get started with the video. Alright, so what we'll be working on today is reversing an array. We're not going to use just like any built-in methods, and we're going to do this in basically constant space complexity. So in place, it's going to be a kind of the approach that we're going to be using is 2 pointers. So basically having a pointer at the end, at the start and at the end, and we're going to have some kind of a algorithm that basically swaps the 2 values from the start and the end, and then it'll converge towards the center. What else is here? Yeah, don't use built-in methods. Write the function, reverse it. And yeah, the runtime will be O of n, and then space will be O of 1. An example of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is instead of counting up, you'll be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There is a test suite, so just kind of, yeah, if you have an empty array, it returns an empty array. An array with 1 element, it'll return a single element. Array with 2 elements, 5, 10, it'll swap it from 5, 10 to 10, 5, and then 5, 10, 15 will go from 15, 10 to 5, and yeah, I think you guys get the idea. So if this comes up, my dog just farted. This is Colby right here, and yeah, alright. Anyways, yeah, I think you guys get the idea. Let's get back right there. Yeah, so basically, if you get this question in an interview, this might be kind of like an easier interview, but you kind of want to clarify if it's an array or has 1 element. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. Pull up VS Code. So I will go ahead and commit this. Basically, I just took, yeah, just some of the setup and then test cases from my school's assignment page. Yeah, I just realized I didn't have this pulled up on this window, so I'm gonna go commit what I currently have, and I'll drop a link if you guys want this. Alright, and that program's called Get Kraken, in case you're curious. I like it a little bit more. It's a little bit more visual than just using the command line for Git. So we'll go ahead and explain the approach. So I guess basically, if we have, I think this is already covered before, an array, it's either empty or has 1 element, then we just kind of return the array. So array is empty or has 1 element. Just return and yeah, it's the array that's passed into the argument. So I'll just go ahead and code this one up, and then we kind of go through. Actually, like, yeah, arrays with a length of 2 or greater. So if array length. I'm supposed to start a timer for this. It's estimated it should take 20 to 30 minutes. I think we get through it a lot quicker, depending on the explanations. The length is less than 2. We'll just return array. So I kind of want to go through and go through this example one, how we go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'll put a little carrot looking thing here. Comment, so so we're going to use the 2 pointers. And this one will be over here. We'll call this one start. And over here, so yeah, this is where we're gonna initialize the pointers. Yeah, start is the first element, end is the last element in the array, and then what we want is 5 to be is the last element to be in the first place, and then the 1 to be in the end. So we could swap them. So yeah, the 1 and the 5, they can swap places, and then we actually get this 5 and then 1 towards the end. After that swap, we can move this up and this one down. Sorry about that. And then move this one down. So start is now at the second. It's the second index 1, or the second element, and then end is at the second to last element. Is 4. So if we go ahead and swap this, move the 2 to the 4 where the 4 is located, and the 4 to where the 2 is located, then we get, yeah, this 2 right here being in the second to last position, and then the 4 is now in the second position. And yeah, that's that would solve this example. Go ahead and look at some other cases. Yeah, I mean, you could do, a thing with 2, array with 2 elements in it, just be a single swap. There's some test cases too where, yeah, I think there's also, some of them where, for an odd, there's not going to be a middle value. The pointers might be in the middle. Actually, we can avoid that when we loop. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and start our loop. So the while loop, I'll use while loop. Could use a for loop, I guess, too, but yeah, I like while. So we'll basically have the pointer. Let me just kind of initialize some pointers. What did I call them? Start and end. Let start equals 0, and equals rate.length -1. The -1 is there because arrays in JavaScript are 0 based, so you have to subtract 1 to get the last index. Basically, we'll start is less than the end. So yeah, but you go back to this example. This start is going to be the one on the left, and it's going to be the one on the right. Oh, my bad. Yeah, you basically want the one on the left moving to the right, and then one at the end moving towards the left until eventually they'll, be equal to each other. In the center, that'll be for an array with an odd number of elements in it, and then for an array with an even number, you just have swap these two, or in the case of the 4 elements, make a swap the outer ones and a swap the inner ones, and we're done. Yeah, so we are going to do, at the very end, we're going to return the row. So I think there's a kind of fancier way to do a swap. I think you could use technically like a third variable, but let me see if I believe the format of this is array. This is input array at the start, and array at the end. and then these things just flop over, just swap. I think Python has this as well. So basically what you're doing is the array at the starting index will be equal to the array that's at the end index. So in this case, 1 will be equal to 5. And then also this other piece right here, and there's a comma to separate these two values. The one at the end will be equal to the one at the start. So 5 will then become a 1. Then what we want to do, if we just continue this will cause stack overflow, is we want to move our pointers, the start to the right and end to the left. So start, increment start, and decrement end. Do start plus plus, and end. Nice. Alright, I think that's honestly, that's it. I can just probably add a console log in here just for, it'll be easier to test. And then I can go ahead and run this. I use a Chrome extension, it's called Quaka. And what it does is it shows you the output inside of your text editor in VS Code. So I think actually what I'm going to do instead, this is kind of ugly. I'm just going to go kind of modify these files. Actually, I think, or what I could do is, yeah, single. Yeah, you obviously can't do the assignment. I don't know what. Well, I think there's stuff with arrays, comparisons that are really weird. Let's see. So yeah, in the reverse case, that's handled by this, or the empty case. This should probably be similar. So single array with anyways, I'm just gonna comment, and then it'll be we'll just kind of compare the output visually, kind of expect how our the output of our reverse function, reverse in place. I'll just keep it as reverse, it's easier to call it. Just let me, I'm really upset on this. Never mind. Yeah, so this is the first actual real one. Instead of the being 510, swaps 510 to 10.5. So that one looks good. 10.5, 15. Add the 15 in there after the 10. It becomes I don't know what the undefined is. Is that because, oh yeah, there's, okay, Alright, yeah, there's an extra comma in there. Alright, so we're gonna go this. Continue to add to this one. We'll add now 20 towards the end. And then that should put 20 at the start. Alright, yeah, it looks like 20 is at the start. And then our example case was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got the extra bracket, and it looks like it trends 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and add this in here. So now, yeah, if you alright, yeah, so that then should yeah, it kind of shows that our function using 2 pointers reverses the array in place. I'll go ahead and commit this right now. And as always, I'll be sure to link kind of the problem setup and the final code. But yeah, this will reverse the array in place. It's O(n) runtime linear, because if we have a larger array, there's just more swaps that need to take place. But it is constant time. Sorry, not constant time. Constant space, because we're not creating a new array. Hopefully this helps you guys out, and have a good day.